How come I can usually hear the noise?
I don't hear anything.
What noise?
That's weird.
Like the intro.
Hear the intro.
Oh. We didn't get to hear the intro at all. Can everyone hear us?
They could hear it.
Hey, it's March 11th, 2022. This is the 197th episode of Risk On. Is that right? 197 episodes?
Sure
3 more
is.
till 200.
Have you ever done anything like 197 gumballs? Have you ever like count? I mean, that's a lot of episodes. Skylar, what do you? I mean, that's a.
No, I'm like really proud of us.
Yeah, that's
'cause
incredible.
That's a lot.
197, and we used to do them every day. You remember that?
For sure.
And then we went to, because we have day
Yeah.
jobs. We went
That was
to
a
3
little
days a
much.
week.
That's much better.
Is it better?
Yeah.
The day off and then come back.
Yep.
This is a Risk On. It is not the greatest show about risk, but hey, whatever. Todd, camera direction, eye line sight on straight sitting. I don't. Which camera do I look at? Oh, that's my camera. Hi, everybody. I'm just messing around. 197. What do I not like about the market? And this is not a market update, but I'm gonna go into ad-libbing a little bit here. That is, you are really kind of declaring war on Russia when you annihilate all their industries. When you say, now, one could argue that they're annihilating Ukraine, $100 billion of the damage so far. But you got Deutsche Bank pulling out of Russia, McDonald's shutting down, and one other thing that we're going to cover later on, the great conspiracy theorist Jason Bartholomew, who people tell me, hey, sometimes I don't like the show because he's a conspiracy theorist. I'll point out to you something where you guys are all getting smoked, because I'm going to go to a headline that is the most troubling headline.
Oh, no.
See that?
Wow.
6 months ago, Jason told me, I assure you, you're going to start hearing when you get the booster about the fourth shot and so on.
Yeah.
I don't even need to say, all those haters out there who think, you know, and people that didn't want to work at the program because they were concerned about our politics. Let's go back to that just one more time. Leave it in the middle. I want to leave that for a while. Is that a conspiracy now, Jason?
No, and then the other thing that happened was they tried to suppress the documentation for the quote-unquote vaccine, Pfizer did, to the year 2076, give or take a decade. At that point, who cares?
So let me see here. Let me get this straight. The former FDA commissioner, Scott Gottlieb, who's on the board of Pfizer.
Correct.
Right. Pfizer's planning to submit a fourth COVID data shot while working on other variants. Mm-hmm. And how many billions of dollars are we spending right now on COVID vaccines?
I don't know that number.
There's nothing.
Yeah.
Hey, don't look over here.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, don't look over here, right? Don't look over here how an entire new industry is created by the way, Facebook, you should not say it's man-made lab. But Bill Maher and people there, this is really, like you guys can't call Jason a conspiracy theorist when the conspiracies come true. Now, if your argument is, because I've known Jason a while, that really he just throws a bunch of them out there and sees what sticks. No, that's not the case. I talked to him about them.
What do you think about that?
And I got to tell you, this is very, very scary to me, because I don't want you to tell me any more conspiracy theories because they keep coming true.
Well, you know, the U.S., well, I don't want to go down the rabbit hole.
One of the things you told me before about this quote New World Order, which I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
I am not Jason, and Jason's not me. But George Soros thinks that Putin should be removed.
Yeah, the World Economic Forum.
Yeah,
Klaus
that's
Schwab.
not good.
You guys know about
Hey, how
Klaus
about that digital
Schwab?
dollar?
Digital.
Why don't you let that digital dollar tell them everything about your
social credit score.
Right.
And well, let me just cover one more thing. So in Canada, right, I have a good friend. You have a good friend.
By the way, this is a terrible story.
I want to tell you this.
And I saw the Prime Minister hanging out with the Queen today, and well, this isn't good. Let's go. Tell the story.
Well, which one? Because I got a couple.
Okay, you know what? Let's come back to this.
All right.
You want to come back?
I wanted to touch on this one. It's very
let's do it
important.
right now. 2-1.
All right, so we have a friend. He's from Manitoba.
Yep.
Okay. He's leaving Canada. He'll no longer go back to Canada. So he has friends that made donations to the truckers, you know, for the peaceful protest across Canada. And he had friends that were banked with a couple of, well, I'll just say it, Royal Bank of Canada, Bank of Nova Scotia, Harris Bank, which is Bank of Montreal. Their accounts got frozen because they made $10, $20, $30 donations to the truckers. They literally froze their bank accounts so their family couldn't, get capital that's their money and have a normal life because they didn't agree with their ideology and some of their behaviors. So that brings me to the social credit score, conspiracy theory, and the digital dollar, and Klaus Schwab and the World Economic Forum and the New World Order and all that good stuff. Anyway, you guys can do some research on it. Go down the rabbit hole if you want to.
India accidentally fired a missile into Pakistan.
How does that happen?
I don't know. I accidentally fired a missile over to California the other day, and I just let them know. I mean, I don't know how randomly you accidentally file a missile into Pakistan. Let's pull it up.
Like super regulated. Like, how do you just accidentally?
India said on Friday it accidentally fired a missile into Pakistan this week because of technical malfunction during a routine maintenance. Military experts have warned that the risk of accidental miscalculations by nuclear-armed neighbors, which fought a 3-year war and engaged in numerous small armed clashes, usually over disputed territory in Kashmir. Pakistan warned India to be mindful of unpleasant consequences of such neglect and take effective measures to avoid a reoccurrence of such future. Yeah, the world is not a safe place if you're accidentally firing missiles. But then again, I think the thing that is freaking me out a little bit is I think that Russia, it feels like they're getting their butt kicked.
Well, let's see what the head. What's the narrative?
Are they getting their butt kicked?
Hold on. What's Fox Business saying?
Doesn't seem like they're doing that well.
We always go
they thought
to
it would be over quickly.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
Let's get the quote unquote center right narrative.
Okay, let's go.
Biden says Putin has failed on multiple fronts with Ukraine invasion. Live updates. Pentagon says Russia gaining momentum in advance on Kiev.
Kiev, right.
So what's going to happen here? Could there be like a 12-year war like Afghanistan where you have street fighting combat in Kiev with 2 million Ukrainians like having a huge uprising for the next 10 years? What do you see there?
I don't know, man. It's messy. It's leading to lots of stocks down. Did you guys see Didi? D-I-D-I?
No, what happened?
Remember the drive of the Chinese Uber?
Oh, yeah.
And China was mad that it went public here, and they took all that U.S. money. Didi, remember?
Yeah, I remember that one. And remember the other one, Luckin Coffee? Remember Luckin?
Yeah.
It was the Chinese Starbucks?
Yeah, so Didi was $1.89 down $1.49, or 50% today. Didi hit a high of $18. Can you go to my screen real quick? Didi Global.
Oh, wow.
And it's $1.89.
Wow. Being
delisted from the New York Stock Exchange and moving over to Hong Kong. The Chinese take your money, and then you're out of there, right? Hey, guys, the Risk on Business Conference, which, by the way, is finally filling up very nicely, is March. Ooh, that'd be scary. May 12th through the 15th. Love all the people that are talking about coming. Mm-hmm. A lot of friends, a lot of family, a lot of business people I know are going.
I have someone in the chat that would like to go. I need to talk to you about that.
Got a full house developing. By the way, when you go and you sign up for the conference, and when there's a pay window, you get actually a free room the whole time. So your sign up includes your room, and believe me, it's cheap. And right now we're working on 2 crazy guests, one of which will be the closer if we get him on Saturday, which is insanity. This one guest will be the creme de la creme. It will be like the most marquee thing ever.
Wait, Mariano Rivera?
No.
Closer?
No closer.
Oh, okay.
Hey, let's run the clip. I don't like that clip because there was no talking. I don't like just music.
Do the remix.
Hey, can you
Where's the sounds?
I hit it too many times. Yeah, I don't like that. Hey, make sure you follow me on social media. And do me a favor. If you follow me on social media and you want me to follow you back, you're going to have to DM me, because the problem is that in my Instagram, there's 1.9 million followers, and some of it seems like it's fluff, and some of it are not fluff.
Yeah.
But there's so many people signing up a day. So, like, I'll see this thing. Well, it'll be like 30,000 people have unfollowed you, and 19,000 have followed you, or vice versa. And it scrolls so fast, the number of people following me, that if you're a friend of mine or from the show, just DM me and say, Todd, hey, it's whatever. And I look at my my other DMs now, the ones that are not part of the ones that I follow. I look at them to see if a friend or someone asks, because I cannot keep up. And I don't mean that in an arrogant way.
No, it's
literally,
insane.
it doesn't work. It just goes so fast. So I don't know if you followed me, but I want to follow you back. So just DM me on Twitter. And I got verified on Twitter, which makes no sense. I got verified on Twitter before I'm verified on Instagram. I don't know what the heck's going on here. Hey, we're going to be at Texas Motor Speedway and the 200th episode of Risk On, which I assure you will be something fun. It'll be a better show. We're trying to make it better. Jason and I are distracted by all the things, including installing these thousands of miners, which you would think would be easy.
Yeah,
like you could just plug in the
right.
wall. But every time you have an issue, you're like, okay, where's the copper cable? Where's these connections? It's become like a Herculean task to stay ahead of. You know, if you think about 20,600 miners, could you think about 20,600 gumballs? And if you just dropped them everywhere, you'd have to pick them up. How long would it take you?
Just plug them in, bro.
It's really just put the gumballs in a container.
Yeah.
Special shout out to Tina and Craig, who sent me my favorite Jelly Belly ever, which is the pear Jelly Bellies, right? Now, I didn't get this fat because I didn't eat Jelly Bellies. I got fat because I eat them. But I'm on a diet, so I only have 4 Jelly Bellies a day, because you just got to do the math on each Jelly Belly. And I have to put like a nickel in the machine, because my daughter, Asia, got me a Jelly Belly dispenser thing, and I put like a nickel in. But Craig and Tina, who are friends, Tina went to school with my wife in high school, and there seems to be like a reunion going on. Dina, Tina, Christia, they're all friends now again after 20-something years. This has been great. It's a party every week. Everyone's
keeping you
coming
busy,
to visit.
right?
Yeah, I like it a lot. I like Craig too. Tina's husband. These guys are military guys, so it's great to be around people who serve the country.
That's great.
They actually still serve the country as military consultants and stuff like that. But anyways, so speaking of military in Texas, the BitNile car will be running the 18th through the 20th. Connor Daly and Ed Carpenter Racing, the XPEL, is it XPEL? XPEL 375 Indy race. Setting a milestone, 200 episodes. IndyCar viewership is about 2 million viewers, which is really crazy. It's
good.
Connor Daly will drive 248 laps. That's weird, 248. Speedway in the beautiful Nile car. Let's run the clip. That's St. Petersburg.
Start your engine!
If I had a level of expectation of networking and ability to turn on green in all of our assets, what was it between a 1 and a 10? It was like a 9.25. It was way more than I expected. Yeah. I could not believe how incredible that event was. Dude, the experience was incredible. The people were incredible, and that's what I'm there for. It was amazing how well received the fans were and how they wanted to know about BitNile. And obviously it's on to Texas, March 20th. You know, King, I'll take you up on that. And Devon Wright, please DM me on Instagram if that's where you want me to follow you, for sure. It's not cold.
What do we
man.
got here?
I don't know what we got cold. But I know what we do is we got a market update. We're going to go through some stocks. We're going to answer some questions.
Let's do that.
And let's make it a little better here. We gotta go through some stocks.
We're getting so far away from that.
No, we're not getting too far now.
Come
we're
on.
going to get back to it right now.
All right, let's dig in. So Friday volume was pretty boring today. We didn't cover what led into Friday, which before we cover the market real quick, let's talk about this joke of a CPI number. Nick, if you don't mind.
7.9.
7.9%. Okay. Obviously, there's the formula doesn't include. In fact, the housing number is a big joke. I mean, real inflation, everyday inflation, and stuff that you and I and everyday Americans use every day. In my opinion, probably 15 to 18%. However, this formula doesn't account for such some of those things that we use every day. And then one other thing I wanted to cover is the jobless claims. You can get the data on econoday.com. It's not a plug for them. It's just easy to get the data. Jobless claims from yesterday came in, and loading. Here it is. So consensus range, 212,000, 230,000 jobless claims expected. Actual 227, a little bit on the high side. The economic consensus divergence index rates how that could favorably or unfavorably help the market and the overall economy. That was a minus 11. Minus 11 also for the CPI. So as you can see, oil prices, inflation, Powell meets next week to decide on the rate hike. A lot of stuff going into next week. What do you think about Powell? What do you think the Fed's going to do?
Houston, we have a problem. I think they got a problem. I think they've got inflation worries.
Big.
Global worry. I mean, things
Supply
have turned
chain.
on a dime, man.
Go
really.
big or go home? Half point
you
or
got
zero?
Real I don't know, man. I think it's a problem.
Quarter point. What does that do? Doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it's a problem. Let me tell you what the other problem is too, and no one's paying attention to. Did you see? I day traded today a stock called DocuSign.
Yeah.
Pull it up on your screen. Just pull up
wasn't
DocuSign.
that like a $300 stock?
Yeah, just pull up DocuSign today. Just pull it up. Just,
right, let's take
how's
a peek.
DocuSign do it? That's a good company. Been around, people using it. Multi-billion-dollar market cap. How's DocuSign do? Let's pull it up on Jason's screen.
Let's look at let's widen the picture here. There's the 1 month.
Hello. Woo. Whoops.
Let me go a little wider.
I bought that stock at 71 and some change.
74.
Today. Look at that.
It was 150. Wow, 157 on January 3rd.
Today it was down 20 something.
90 days later, it's got a haircut. 70.
Yeah. So, guys, the problem is, and I see people commenting on Nile, and I agree with you, but I've already said to you, I'm gonna keep buying. So I'm not telling you to buy. This is not a show about me endorsing you buying Nile. And in fact, I would argue, because I don't want to hear from you, don't buy it. Don't even buy Nile. Just walk away. Go do something. Buy something else. I don't want you to be upset with me because I keep buying, and I'm going to keep buying. And when I'm allowed to legally buy, I'll buy everything I can that I legally can afford.
Yeah.
Because I have a business plan here, and I'm not. I know the problem is I get people texting me like I don't lose sleep over this, and I see Mike texting on Instagram. Also mentioned below $1. Okay, the drug is still the drug. I'm not worried. I understand the market's worried, but let's cover other things that tell you a scary proposition, and that is just think about how bad these things are getting crushed. Right?
Sure.
It is a risk-off environment. Risk-off. Now I'm risk-on, so I'm buying more when I'm legally allowed to. Riot down 7.69%. Palantir at 11.43 is crushed. QS, remember that?
QuantumScape.
Oh, 14.90.
You know who owns most of that?
Yeah,
a good chunk of it.
Tilray, 520. That's after a big reverse. How about this precursor to the mortgage industry? Rocket Mortgage at $11.
Wow.
SOS, former flyer.
What is it, 80 cents?
It's, 62.
Wow.
Okay, don't worry about that. Naked Brands. Oh, that's the wrong Naked.
Give me a little Ebon. Give me a little Ebon. You got Ebon?
I don't know. But here's the thing.
I'll pull it up.
Tesla closes below 800, 795. Elon Musk in a fight with like everybody, including the SEC. Now listen, I respect the fact the SEC's got to do their job. I know Elon has the FU money. I would never do what he's doing. I don't care how much money I have. You got to respect government officials. He doesn't like that he's getting subpoenaed all the time. Elon, my friend, I don't know what the strategy is about picking a fight with someone like that.
Maybe he's
but
running
you know
for
more
office.
than I do. Good luck to you.
Maybe he's going to run for office.
Maybe. Discovery, the company merging with Warner at 24.01. Boeing down to 176. We don't even need to cover Nile. So things are getting obliterated here. Pretty Pretty frustrated. You do see gold doing well.
Let me show you some tickers that are doing well.
Let's go.
Small
Let's give me a ticker that's doing well.
Well, look at my 3-month chart on AUMN. How about that one?
Oh yeah, there you go. What's it at?
They're at 60 cents. They're down. They were down around
You
30
like these
cents.
penny guys, you know? Like,
Hold on, let's pull up some more. Goro. I got these.
What's Goro?
It's another gold ticker. Let's take a look at their
Goro.
Yeah, they were. Look at that. They were severely undervalued. If you guys got into the junior mining sector,
Yep.
Let's keep going.
Can I give you one that's getting smoked?
Yeah, one more for me, and then I'll take yours.
Okay.
Endeavor Silver, EKX. Excuse me, EXK. Endeavor. Let's pull that out to the 3-month. Oh yeah. So yeah, there's some value still.
How about Alibaba?
Oh, let's take a look at Baba.
Let's take a look at that.
Baba.
How's Baba look? Baba Ganoush.
Baba Booey.
Hello.
Baba Booey 3-month.
Uh-huh.
Baba Booey by
Houston?
the dip.
Yep.
By the dip.
There we go.
Oh, there you go.
Which dip do you want to buy?
There you go.
So
Falling
when
knife
you
everywhere.
say it, it's universal. There are a few stocks there, but everything else is getting smoked. Todd
yeah.
said you wouldn't talk about Nile this week. JC, you're right. You're right. I need to keep my word. Sorry. Facebook 187, Interactive Broker 60, Microsoft holding there at 280. Nah. There's some stocks that are working out. How did the Amazon split last? It was up for like a day or so too. Well, it's still up, right?
Yeah. What is it?
It's $2,916. So
Okay.
HYMC. You still long that?
Yeah. No, I'm not.
How about ZM and Teladoc? Is that Zoom?
Teledoc.
Let's pull the charts up. Let's look at them.
I don't know what Teledoc is. Is that
You know what Teladoc is? That's a Kathy Woodstock. By the way, how is Kathy Wood?
What is it? Oh, she's
She still got a heartbeat?
crushed.
China is getting smoked. Javelin says. Michael Javelin. Can you imagine if that were your name? Michael Javelin.
Michael Javelin.
No, but it's like a billionaire's name. My name is Michael Javelin.
All right, so we skipped all over the place. Let's look at the overall markets. The Dow was down 230 today, 32,944. Nasdaq 12,843 minus 286.
Roland is in the house.
Roland had a good week, I heard.
Berkshire Hathaway has cash flow, massive amounts of cash flow. Tell Jason what to look at BMIX. What's BMIX, Jason?
BMIX. Let's take a look at
BMIX.
it. BMIX.
Let's pull it up on the screen.
BMIX. Brazil Minerals. Oh, they have some nickel or something? Oh, OTC.
Oh, come on, George. It's 8 cents on the OTC.
008.
008.
Not to be confused with
Really?
008. What do we got here?
Oh, my God. We are not recommending this stock.
Okay, I can't.
What did it go up from 0001 to 0008?
Yeah, I don't partake in the OTC craziness.
I'll tell you one thing, though. George is a smart guy, and I call him G-Trader, and this guy smokes it. I have watched him make millions of dollars.
Yeah, no doubt.
In these little OTC names, making markets and stuff. He's very smart. I think he's from like El Salvador. Isn't he from El Salvador? I think he is.
Is he?
Yeah. What do you think about that Bitcoin world down there, El Salvador boy? Nicaraguan or El Salvadorian?
El Salvador.
No, I think he's from El Salvador.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Here's your local ticker, LODE, Comstock Mining.
What's LODE?
That's Northern Nevada. That's a mineral play. They have real estate, mining, lithium. I think they have lithium play. It's interesting.
So if I ask Skyla if she's are you a mineral expert? Is weed make you a mineral expert? You don't smoke
mineral?
weed anymore, do you?
Wait.
Do you?
Weed's not a mineral.
What is it? What's weed?
What, cannabis?
It's a plant. I do smoke still, just not nearly as much as I used to.
Oh.
Do you remember this
I
one?
just get super high now.
Sundial Growers, SNDL.
Saving
do.
a lot of money though.
Look at this one. It's like
Why
1.8
would it
billion
save you money?
shares outstanding.
because I don't have to buy as much weed.
Why would you need to buy it?
47 cents.
What the heck?
Like,
you know we have a friend that's a grower. What are you talking
yeah,
about?
but like I don't need to like you're out partying. Hey,
Oh,
I
no.
want to go to
Okay,
a
no, I
dispensary,
don't
buy
know
a
that.
joint. Like,
Hey, all I
need,
know
like,
is
one
everything
hit, and
done
I'm
in
chilling
Nevada
now.
is legal here. What are you talking about? This is legal prescription. You can go get it. Recreational. Follow the law, Skyla. Always follow the law.
honestly, dispensary weed gets you more fucked up than like
Messed up.
messed up.
Or that.
Than like weed you just like buy off your homie. Like, I don't know. I got dispensary weed and I smoked one single hit. It was like Blue Dream. It was like 30% THC, and I was like on another level.
You know,
I was like somewhere else.
ENSV was on another level.
Interesting.
ENSV.
Did you hear her?
Yeah, I heard her.
I was just on another level.
I was, and I was like,
I was just
took
on
one
another level.
Single hit, like I should be chilling, and I was not.
I was just on another level.
Cannabis is considered a health stock, Boilermaker said.
Hey, all I know is that I would be looking. Where's Bitcoin at right now?
38.8.
All right, so some ideas for a really troubled times are to look at some of the companies you think are going to be around a long time from now. I got to tell you, I don't think Boeing's going away, although they have a lot of debt. It's a pretty messed up market right now. What would you be buying right now?
Right now, just sticking with the mining stocks, PSLV, calls on PSLV, taking a look at some of the oil stocks to scalp, both sides. That's really about it.
I'm looking at Discovery. I think that Discovery, which is a John Malone stock, they're merging with HBO, Warner Brothers.
I'm not investing right now. You're not investing. You're not investing.
Really. No. Well, no, I'm investing in Bitcoin.
Well, yeah, of course. But
we. Oh, by the way, do you see Mullen? Oh my God, we have made a fortune on that thing.
Yeah, Mullen.
Literally, Mullen has made us so much money. I was looking at our market cap relative to what we have in Mullen. It's like ridiculous, and the market doesn't care. I'm like, okay, fine. You want to? I mean, I don't know what to say about that. But Mullen is killing it. It was like the only stock on my screen up today.
What is this
Can
crazy
we pull the chart up on Mullen?
There are some crazy rumors.
What's the rumors?
These are rumors. Okay, they're not conspiracy theories.
Come on, what rumors are you
somebody
talking about?
Maybe it was King. King maybe can talk more about this.
Where is King? I thought he was guest hosting this.
The rumor was possible talks or collaborations with ticker symbol MULN, and this is way out there, and CENN, Centro. I don't know how they would synergize.
There'd be, I don't know the synergies. I know they have a couple investors. You know, I've invested alongside a couple
This is
people
total
there.
rumor mill.
Yeah.
No, there's no merit in this. I just want to be clear.
Yeah, okay, good.
Okay.
All right. But can we pull up the chart real quick?
Which one, Mullen?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Look at the trading volume on Mullen.
Oh, it's massive.
Mullen.
Mullen Automotive, MULN.
They have a good-looking car.
Yeah, they do. Volume
pull the trading.
237 million.
Oh, my God, it's 135.
138 in the after
Toledo.
hours.
Wow.
But
what kind of volume today?
237 million.
Dude, this thing trades like butter.
Do you mind if I show the 1 year to get a bigger picture?
Yeah, go ahead.
$12 high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had Mullen and we had a reset. So we ended up getting like stock. We made a killing here. The Digital Power Lending, DPL, the subsidiary of I tweeted it out. I said we had a big. We actually put out filed the 13G.
Yeah.
And the market just hasn't done the math. You know, we've disclosed our position, but it was rocket.
Wait, what is that?
Yeah.
Ali Trade God. The rumor was that. Oh, okay.
What's the rumor?
The rumor was Todd colluded with the same players.
How would I collude?
What the?
Well, how would I collude with them? What does that mean? What does that mean?
I don't even
Collude.
know.
If I make an investment, how do I collude?
That's weird.
Collude? How would I collude with Azusa? They're a lender. And Azusa, they don't like me. You kidding me? There's no colluding with that dude. You don't pay him back, he'll rip your head off.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Collude. He's lent me money before, but he's lent the company money before.
Right.
But it's expensive money. You borrow money from him. He's a shrewd investor. There's no question about it. Mm-hmm. But what do you mean collude? Like, how would I collude?
Russian collusion.
I can't do a Trump bot.
We need King
didn't
for
collude
that.
Or whatever. How do you do that?
I don't know.
We need the King for that stuff.
Yeah.
Collude?
The guy you had on the show.
Made huge video that was going around.
That's
with
what I
saying
told you
what?
about. Rip and Dip Traders did it, allegedly.
Oh, give me a break. You guys are completely clueless. Collude on... Dude, he's a lender, and he is he's a fair lender, but he's expensive, and people go to him in the small cap world because small caps are hard to fund. And Digital Power Lending, those of you who follow the company understand very clearly why DPL makes money, because we lend to small cap companies that need money. It's just a fact of life. And even the ironic part is Nile was trading below the value at one point of the value of the lender.
Right.
I mean, the whole thing makes no sense. Like, we have $100 million on deposit with Bitmain and invested in the data center and bought miners. We actually wired out more than $100 million for the data center and miners.
Right.
And it trades the market cap's below that.
Yeah, it's insane.
I can't help anyone who worries about collusion. And it doesn't make any sense.
It's 1,000 miners energized.
What would be the collusion, anyways?
Yeah, I don't even know.
You guys know that all my emails and tweets and texts are monitored? You guys have no idea. I mean, they say this stuff is just nonsense. Like I couldn't even, not that I would ever want to have an affair on my wife because she's so hot. Just kidding. I love her. She's so sweet. I would never want to have an affair anyways. But
the devil's stock trader. Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't. All my stuff is monitored. So like Skyla, all these people, my niece, she like sees my Instagram and the compliance department. I mean, it'd be like a nightmare.
Hey, what's up? Yeah.
Anyway, collude about what? Well, can I get a $25,000 loan when I start day trading from another account again?
Wait, but you're retired.
Calling out Todd. No demon trader. What does that mean?
Demon trader? Is that the YouTube guy or something? Ollie?
Rip and dip what? What did he say?
I don't know. He said something about Centro and us, I guess. I didn't listen to it.
So I can tell you, anybody who starts saying stuff usually wants to blame something for something they lost. So I suspect, what do I suspect? He lost money on Centro that was going to go to 200. Didn't he say it was going to go, like, people thought it was going to go to 200 and something, 300?
Some crazy
ridiculous
target,
number.
yeah.
And he lost money on it, and so he wants to dig up a conspiracy theory that somehow I did something. It's total nonsense. It's all deference to blame somebody else for losses. I like that guy. That guy's name's Jordan. I like him a lot. So I don't have no issue with him. And I realize he may have lost some money. I did. I've lost money before too.
You don't lose unless you sell.
Yep. Oh God.
Had to do it.
But I'm enjoying reading this. Azusa will get 16 million warrants
at
a dollar at the end of the month if Nile stays under $1. Yeah, they lent us money.
Yeah.
Well, the market's dictating that. I'm buying. Right.
Right. Yeah, you're buying.
Right. So what can I do about that? Okay. But if Azusa lent you money, and the deal was an independent board approved borrowing money, and you got warrants for it, then you got warrants for it. I mean, that's the marketplace.
Yep.
Warren Buffett got this. Let's look at Oxy.
Oh,
right?
Oxy. Yeah.
Yeah. Warren Buffett got like 10 million or 20 million warrants in Oxy at like $9 or $11, and it's at 59. That's the game. They needed financing. They went and got it. We made a bet on, look at this here. True Demon made huge Twitter thread with serious allegations about Todd.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Here it is. Here it is.
Someone made allegations about me? Give me a break, dude. I've been at this for 30 years. Let's make one of them stick. Come on, that's not true. Rip and Dip didn't say anything directly. He just showed filings of similars between Mullen and Centro, along with your ownership of USA. I don't own any. I don't. Your ownership, Azusa, and ownership. I don't have any ownership of Azusa. Mr. Ault, have you found any new targets for your SPAC? We are presently looking at lots of targets. We actively run a process of doing that. No, I appreciate that someone made allegations. I understand.
Yeah.
And this is a free country. You can make them. The harder part is proving stupidity. And I can assure you that even though I'm not a fan of the prices that Azusa charges, they do it fairly. They lend you money up front, and as an adult, you sign contracts to borrow money. You don't have to. No one puts a gun to your head and says, as a public company, you must borrow this money. You do it independently. It's nonsense. There's no collusion. But I appreciate the allegations. Everyone's free to. Earnity would be a target, wouldn't it be? Earnity, you never know.
Oh, King is here too, by the way.
Is on. Oh, let's bring him on. Hey, Earnity you never know who could be a target there. Never know.
Yep.
Jeff's hop on Zoom. Here we go.
Okay.
No. Ollie Trade God. I don't. I just think it's wrong. People can spread misinformation. Free country, but I appreciate Ollie. I do, and I understand that people are saying stuff that are negative, and they're going to do that when their stock is down.
Of
course, everyone has a problem when shit's down,
and everybody has an agenda.
Could you find a junior, Mr. Ault? Still thinking about IPO of Turn on Green? Well, it's almost like you're in my head. What was that? Wait, are you listening to me? What? Boilermaker Bumpy. What the heck is that? That's freaking me out a little
Short
bit.
nickel. Yeah, good luck with that. Margin call to the moon.
I can't comment on that, Boilermaker, but I will tell you, I can't comment on that. Wow. Isn't that crazy?
Well,
look at his comment. Look at his question.
You've read our business plans.
Yeah, it's in our business plan. Yeah. You Boilermaker, you probably know some. Hey, King, is that a wine glass behind? Oh, look at that. Oh, I like that a lot. Hey, thank you, by the way, for the sweatshirt. That was wonderful.
Oh, it came?
Yeah, I did. It did.
Too small.
Hey, have you spoken to our friend yet about what we talked about?
Our friend. The one on your end or the one on our end?
On my end.
Oh, no. That was yours. That was
Okay,
yours.
I'll take care of that. Okay, cool. Well, that's that album thing, right? You know?
Yeah.
Oh, I got a good one here.
What do you got a good one?
Kayamo 1991 said ALZN is a scam.
Is it?
That's a great
Well,
one.
the FDA approving it to go into patients was a scam. University of South Florida studying the drug for 10 years is a scam. Let's see. 35 patients taking the drug in September was a scam.
Oh, his reasoning is because look at the price of the stock, Todd. Obviously, it's a scam.
Oh, the price.
It's a scam.
Oh, that makes it a scam. You got us. Okay, you're right. You got
Great
us.
scam.
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 You know, it's a scam. By the way, Bank of America.
Wait, hold up. You sold two, he says. Wow, this guy.
I never sold
this guy's
any
coming
stock.
up
Do you
with
want
That's
to
everything.
know
not
the
true.
conspiracy about you?
I
Let me
did
get a fake
sell
news, King.
Fake news.
Fake news?
Fake news.
Do you want the fake news about you?
Yeah.
So, Rip and Dip, who I don't speak with anymore,
I like Jordan.
not you didn't watch the video. So, in a 40-minute video, going through all the filings and looks at how Justin Davis Rice, before we found out about Alzheimer's, what am I saying? Before we found out about Centro, his consulting company got issued either $1 million or 1 million shares of Mullen, then ties in you, fake news, Azusa, and shorting it to then take the money, go into Mullen, and do the same thing.
No,
And-
there's no shorting.
Yeah, and that it was, and everybody, of course, it's fake news. But
Dude,
but he
Azusa's
wouldn't
like
come up with-
that guy is so rich. He could fund every company himself.
How rich is he?
He's so rich. No, he is a strategic investor for small cap companies. And yes, because of the risk of small cap companies, he charges a premium. There's no question about it. And so people don't like that. But Mullen and Centro are separate transactions. Hey, I'll tell you the truth. Just the other day, I was looking at a deal with Azusa over an oil company, and it had run back up from one price to another.
Yeah.
And he said, hey, do you want to invest? I said, sure, but you don't understand. This guy's a professional. I could have a conversation with him. This is how he's super professional. So I could have a conversation with him. Hey, your lender, does it want to invest or lend or buy a preferred? Yeah, I'm looking at it, yeah. And then he could be the lender of one of the companies I'm part of, and he's like, hey, listen, if you don't pay me on this date, boom, 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 penalties, interest. This is a no bullshit dude. Like he's the real deal, man. He's been around a long time, and he's had his own problems in his past, and he keeps his word. And the one thing you got to know about Azusa, when they say they're going to fund you, they fund you. And that's why people go to them, because at the end of the day, there's a lot of bullshitters out there, but he writes the big checks. And he wrote the big check for Centro. He wrote the big checks for Mullen when it was merging with, what was that thing he was merging with? Net Element.
Yeah, Net.
And he writes big checks. And people say, people say, look what happened to him like 8 years ago. Yeah, he made a mistake, and he paid the price for it. So does that mean he can never do business again? Really? I mean, come on, dude. This is retarded.
Kiyamo.
My only regret is not selling when you sold in Centro.
This guy.
Every time.
Yeah,
every time.
I got a lot of shit for
Had I done it
that.
when you did it, you were.
I got a lot of
don't know
shit
if
for
you're just
that.
Brilliant.
Oh no,
really
this
lucky.
person says you disposed of your shares at $1.50. No, I did not. What you're reading there
$1.50.
is you have to read carefully. That's a J comment, and it does. I didn't dispose of them. Someone who's an investor with me had the right to convert their note to shares, meaning they wanted those shares. That means they took them from me because I had no choice. I couldn't control that. And it happens all the time when you have investors in a group and they want to exercise their rights, then that means they're taking shares that I had away from me because they had the right to get them. So that person bought them, but I didn't sell them to them. They exchanged a note for those because they had a pre-conditioned note. Doesn't mean that I sold it. In fact, I have not sold a share. I've been a buyer of Alzheimer. So, and what are you talking about? The person, how much did they exchange? It was like, was it like 50 grand worth or something like that?
Yeah.
150 grand. I don't know what it was. That's. Oh, you caught me, dude. Come on, dude. Read the filing. It does. I didn't sell anything.
Did you take advantage of the deep 50-cent calls?
Oh, on NILE.
On Nile.
No, I listen. I got to admit, Zeus is expensive, but at the end of the day, they write checks.
Yeah, they write checks.
And small companies that need money have to pay for it. It's no different, and I don't want to compare them to a payday lender, but if you're a company and you need money to make an acquisition like we did, and you need someone to understand a complicated transaction, he's a technical guy.
Yep.
Sometimes people, like, listen, I've had situations where when I was growing up with my mom where she had to go to, like, ITT to get a loan, and it was like a $10,000 loan, and it had like 29% interest, but she had to do it to take care of her family. And he kind of does those kind of loans. But look, he made it possible for Mullen to be in business. He made it possible for Centro to do $1 billion, hundreds of millions of dollars in transactions. And they don't always work out perfectly, and sometimes they do. I remember watching him finance a ton of those Greek shippers. Remember all that?
Dries.
Yeah, I don't know what those
Dries.
were. And so, listen, I've seen him finance biotechs, and that's just the nature of the game. He plays the service, and I wouldn't worry about it. Anyways, but I'm always going to try to address those things that I have to address.
Sure.
People spread BS all the time. I mean, listen.
One question people always ask me. I don't know if you can comment or not. Remember on the show you said back in January, if there were those, I think it was Still Naked at the time, the ticker, not the company, that there were those CUSIP issues that needed to get worked out. Did those ever get resolved or anything?
Yeah, I think that they all settled up, and you saw some volatility there. But I think the sheer issue with Naked, now Centro, is a risk-off environment. You got a risk-off environment. I mean, Centro has a business plan. A lot of shares were issued around the financing, and what do you ever? I don't know if you remember. It was called ZAG at the time. ZAG, and they made these screen protectors that went on your phone.
Yeah.
ZAG.
Yep.
Yeah.
And ZAG did a reverse merger onto the OTC, and then went uplisted to the NASDAQ, and it would like hang around $2, and there were so many people involved in the financing that it all had to find a whole new shareholder base. Well, that's what's happening, in my opinion, with Alzheimer is you get to sell off, and people who had stock at higher prices, and they're taking their losses. The ones that bought the IPO, some sold it at 33, others sold it at $1, whatever, and when stocks have distribution like this, like Centro does, you got to work through all that garbage. And when you work through all the garbage, the institutions or people who want to trade it want to see a setup. So what you need to see technically, this is why and I've doing this a long time. I ran a hedge fund a long time. I started a hedge fund in 1998, the month that long-term capital management blew up. The first time that I was involved when Russia had this blow up in their currency. And look at a setup like an old Can Slim setup, or maybe using William O'Neill, where you look at the fundamentals, you look at the technicals, how the stock is trading, you get all the fundamental information, and you overlay it with the technicals. And you have to see these things set themselves up and break out. And that you see it with Bitcoin right now. It's below like a bunch of moving averages. Jason, you're pretty good at this, but you're hyper-focused on the short term.
Yep.
But you can use technicals long term, right?
Of course.
So a lot of things have broken, have they not?
Yeah, a lot of 200-day AMAs. Like, yeah, if you zoom out.
So
sure.
if you're a trader, and I'm gonna give you an analogy here. A long time ago, there used to be these things called AIM funds, and they would only trade on earnings. And if they had an earnings miss, they would sell. And I'll give you an example. Stocks trading for $80. And they come out and they miss by 5 cents, and the stock would open down $40. I'm like, what the hell? I mean, only missed by 5 cents, but it was an earnings momentum-driven mutual fund. And when they started missing earnings, they would sell them off hard. And I would go to the guy who was mentoring me, Bob Gilbert, and I'm like, Why would they even do that to the stock? What's the reason for a market sell that early? Okay, so hear me out. Okay, you're one of these funds, and this is why it's important. The Russell 2000, all these things. You're a fund like AIM, and you manage $10 billion. How much is? Help me out here, Jason. How much is 1/4% of $10 billion?
What? 12.5
$250 million?
What's the number? $10 billion. $10 billion.
10 billion.
1% is what?
10% a billion. 1%'s 100 million. So
Right.
250
million.
Yeah.
Okay. So think of it. You run a fund and you have 1/4% position in one stock. It versus earnings. Even if it went to zero, you only lose 1/4%.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no incentive for you to stay in things that don't meet your model. So you're probably saying, well, how did that connect to Centro? If you're in algorithmic trading like they are with Mullen right now, these have billions of dollars of what they call high-frequency trading. And they're trading like crazy for fractions of a penny on volume. And when the volume goes the opposite direction, they just pound that shit into the ground until it's done getting pounded. And then guys like me come and scoop it up. That's why I say I buy undervalued assets or disruptive technologies with a global impact. But I a lot of times say I buy shit when there's blood in the streets, when people can't even move, where they're like, they give up. I mean, I bought Jack in the Box when they killed people. You ate their product and people died from eating their hamburger. You understand that? So a lot of you guys are new, but this is a normal cycle. I've been doing this for 32 years. I've seen the sell-offs of 2008, which were biblical. I've seen all kinds. In 1991, by the way, people were getting crushed in real estate. Like you literally bought a place in Huntington Beach and you bought it for $300,000 and it was trading for $190. I mean, so this is a cycle that will continue. We're going to make it out. And by the way, those of you who are betting on the end of the world, I just want to point out something to you. You're only going to be right one time.
And it won't matter. Yeah,
it won't matter.
It won't matter.
If you're right,
Can't take it with you.
it's over, right? So betting on the end of the world is a losing bet. We'll survive Joe Biden, I hope.
Maybe.
We'll survive. We'll survive. And we'll survive a Bitcoin sell-off. And we'll survive the end of the world of Centro for a while. But Centro's going to set itself back up. It's going to wash through all that stock, clean it all up. And if it has a real business that can be successful, it'll get rewarded in the long run. I really believe that. And if it doesn't, someone will buy it because the market's not rewarding it. And that's probably where you see some of the stocks I'm in now, is that they're so cheap that you start to say to yourself, well, wait a second, if I just sold 10,000 miners and got $90 million for them, right, short term, could I just buy the company? I mean, Jason, I'm being hypothetical. This is completely hypothetical. I'm not saying, please make sure. Okay, let's use a different example. If I own a bunch of real estate,
Okay.
and I own lots of real estate, I own 100 acres, and I can sell off 20 acres to buy out my partners for the other 80, do I sell the 20 acres?
Sure.
Maybe I
it's
do,
an
right?
Opportunity.
Right.
Yeah.
This is the nature of it, right? This
Opportunity cost.
Right, exactly.
Kevin O'Leary says the future of public Bitcoin companies is uncertain after the POTUS executive order. I have sold all my Riot, Mara, Hive, and Hut shares because they use carbon credits. They won't survive the audit. I don't know what that is. Institutional capital will only invest in 100% hydro power miners. Hydro. Thoughts on that? 100% hydro,
Well, maybe, right, yeah.
Okay.
No, my point was, none of this is happening with Niall, so don't take that as any kind of comment. I'm being very clear. I'm giving you hypotheticals about when you look at the way you invest. And a lot of times developers will buy land up, and you notice they'll develop part of it at a time, like this track, then the next track, then the next track. They don't want to overdevelop, because what if housing prices go down and they get stuck with inventory? So that happens all the time. Anyways, I'm not going private right now. Don't worry about that. If I'm going to go private, I'll let you know. You'll know right away.
Yeah.
Whew. I'm going to text. Don't say those things. Alzheimer is a bag with a lot of holes. Will drain investors' money. Check out Alzheimer FDA registration on trials. Shows nothing with the Alzheimer name. That's not true.
This guy's got some good ones.
Dude, you're like a sleuth.
This guy also said your group's selling all the Alzheimer shares.
No, we didn't. Have you seen, by the way, who's on the board? Former people from Novartis? Yeah, the Novartis person came on the board because Alzheimer's, come on. I'm not even going to comment.
Whoa, Tim Steiner.
Why is Todd selling Alzheimer? Todd didn't sell any Alzheimer. Good luck with that. Try to prove that. I'd love to have some theory of how I sold Alzheimer. I'd love to see where you say I sold Alzheimer.
This is a major...
Didn't you fat thumb it that one time?
Yeah, he bought it right back.
Yeah, I bought it back like 2 minutes later.
Misclick.
Yeah.
Like when you're playing online poker and you have aces.
How do you sell 1,000 shares and then buy back 100,000? They say you're a seller. Hey guys, appreciate your time. Michael Javelin. I like that name.
Great name.
Michael Javelin. I don't know where are you from, Michael. Where are you from? Oh, I'm like waiting like he's going to answer.
The EU is freezing Russian gold.
Michael Javelin, where are you from, buddy? Roland, you asshole. Wow, I can't believe Todd's selling his Alzheimer. Thanks, Roland.
His buddy sold.
His buddy sold. Todd. What buddies?
What the hell?
Dude, I don't have any friends. My wife is my only friend. Everyone else who I'm friends with works with me. Come on, man. Oh, Roland, I know you're joking, buddy. Come on. Where are you from, Michael Javelin? Hello.
AMC Javelin.
I want to find out where he's from.
Remember that car?
Yeah. What? Okay. Well, Michael Javelin, if you ever tell me where you're from, then hey, Skylar, you got a joke for us?
I do. What's a lawyer's favorite drink?
What's a lawyer's favorite drink?
Subpoena colada.
Subpoena.
Subpoena colada. Hey, King. That's a good one. King, can you give us something good with Donald Trump on the exit?
Which exit?
Wait. Hey,
Take
Mr. Ault, you said you were my friend on Twitter. Oh, okay, I'm your friend.
What?
Let's be friends.
We do a great kumbaya. It's going to be great kumbaya. We get in a circle.
Wait.
No jerk.
I want to see Boilermaker if he's on here. Boilermaker.
You
Peru,
realize
South
those
America.
people we've gotten in fights with on Twitter.
Wait, Javelin's
They're
from
still
Peru.
Here.
Lima. Peru has some hydro, no?
Wait, where's Boilermaker? I don't see him.
We had that huge Twitter thing a couple days ago with Ollie and Boilermaker.
Is it illegal for people to sell for a profit in the stock market? I'm just wondering. They sold for the profit. Huh.
Boilermaker bumpy.
Good for them.
Huh. I thought I followed you, Boilermaker. Hey, DM me if I do. Hey, guys, I appreciate it. Peace in Peru. Huh.
Yeah.
I was going to invite you and give you tickets to the conference, but that's a long ways away from here. Everybody, thank you for joining us. Jason, you have anything on the way out? You said you wanted to cover a few other things.
What did I forget about? Oh, there was one thing I wanted to cover about this week. There's a bomb cyclone expected to bring heavy snow and the wind into the eastern U.S. seaboard. So if those of you are in the mid-Atlantic and the Northeast, looks like you're going to get a foot of snow or more. And, yeah, buckle up, prepare for that. Just something I wanted to cover.
All right, risk on, everybody. It's the March 11th. It's the 197th episode. Special thanks to Stevie, our friend, Good to Be the King, for being here. I maybe didn't like that example. I like the wine glass in the back and the...
What wine? Oh,
The
Did
picture.
you
wine
not
bar.
notice
Yeah.
that before? I feel like I noticed that every time.
I notice it every time.
Okay.
Appreciate everybody. Risk on, everyone. And I'll see you on Monday. And then don't forget the 200th episode will be in Texas. We'll be watching Connor Daly hopefully win at Texas, or Ed Carpenter. We'll have a special announcement about Alzheimer in Texas, too. All my exes live in Texas. Take care, everybody. Whatever your business is, if you want to scale it, you want to be here, we're going to have lots of other people there that have actually built businesses.
This will make somebody's life about 1,000 times better.
You got a business and you want to expand your business, whether you're in the restaurant business, you're in technology, whatever your business is, if you want to scale it, you want to be here. This is going to be a conference where you can learn something, meet people, and network. Limited slots are available. Head over to ToddAult.com and register today.